The Las Vegas Raiders signed Amari Cooper to a 1-year deal to bring him back after 7 years, which definitely seems like a good move, especially with their only proven receiver, Jacoby Myers, requesting a trade. But also, with guys like Ashton Jeanty, Brock Bowers, the future could be very bright for this Raiders team, if you ignore the defense. So over these next 5 years, we are gonna see what the future could look like for this Raiders team. And we are, of course, gonna see if we can turn this into the highest overall team in the NFL from only a 78 and also win this Raiders team a Super Bowl by the end of this. This should be fun. But super quick, just a couple things. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy. Sounds weird, but it helps out the channel. And let's see if we can get to 2,000 likes on this video and it'll let me know y'all want to see a Raiders 10-year rebuild if this video hits that. They're definitely a good 10-year rebuild candidate. And then be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, if you like Madden rebuilds, because that's literally all I do on the channel. And I'm gonna be more consistent soon. I'm gonna try to stop like disappearing for weeks, so expect a lot of fun stuff soon. I've been seeing all the comments, but I'll be back consistent soon. And then very last thing, I'll say shout out to Dallas Plays for the suggestion. I think they were the first to suggest this, but if you want to shout out or if you just want to let me know what you want to see, let me know that down in the comments. But all right, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh yeah, and one thing I should say is I'm not gonna trade Jacoby Myers. I know he requested a trade. I don't care. Watch, this is gonna be the one player that requests a trade that actually gets traded, and I decide to keep him, but I swear the last like 6 players to request a trade have just ended up signing extensions, so I'm gonna keep Jacoby Myers. Should be a nice receiver group, assuming everyone stays healthy, and man, I don't wanna talk about this defense. It's really Max Crosby and that's it. I like Darian Porter, crazy good athlete. He played like 200 snaps last year at Iowa State. I'm not gonna bank on him being great, but he could be. Really, this defense is Max Crosby and that's it. So we're gonna be trying to fix this defense first. Oh yeah, also I'm the biggest Geno Smith glazer of all time apparently, so y'all know that already. Hopefully he does well here, although he kind of sucks in Madden. Some would argue he sucks in real life, but I disagree. I don't know. But all right, let's get into this rebuild finally. Let's get to the mid-season point of year 1 and we'll see how we do. I have legitimately no idea. We might be good, we might be horrible, we might be mid. We'll see. Wait. It took me a second to register like who this preseason battle is for. This is for Ashton Jeanty to start. Yeah, you're not ready, bud. Sorry. Wait, is that gonna ruin his morale? Maybe I shouldn't have picked that. Why? I mean, I know they have Raheem Mostert, but he's like 30-something. Oh, yep, here he is. Just want to say thanks. Ready to do great thing. Did I just commit to Raheem Mostert being our starter? Well, I'm not doing that, but whatever. But all right, we are scrolled away at the wrong time. 3-4 at the midseason. Not bad. That might be what the Raiders are in real life. We actually have a decent offense, but a pretty horrible defense. Again, that might be fair. Although we have a really good run D. I don't know about that. Without Christian Wilkins. What? The Patriots are 7-0. I was trying to go to our schedule because I wanted to show that we started out 0-2. I guess 1-4. We thankfully won the last 2. Not a great start. I'm already thinking about changing the defensive playbook, of course. So not a great start, but not a horrible start. I feel like 3-4 is fair. It is what it is. But for re-signings, Jacoby Myers, Eric Stokes, we'll see. Amari Cooper, we'll see, but probably because he's the point of the rebuild, or at least like one of the main focal points. Jermaine Pratt, we'll see. A lot of these guys we'll just have to see. Dylan Parham, probably. This is more players than I expected for year 1, though. But Jacoby Myers, we will re-sign in this world. It's a little bit longer of a deal than I would hope, but 3 years, 35, that's pretty extremely cheap. Malcolm Kuntz I want, but he's not interested, and I don't know how he plays in Madden. Dylan Parham will go 3 years, 25, also very cheap. He doesn't take it, okay. Sincere McCormick, sure. I bought a 101 autograph rookie card of him for some reason. I don't know why I did it, but it was like $3, so I was like, sure. And Jordan Meredith, why not? We'll go 2 years, 20. He takes it, unlike Dylan Parham. Hopefully we can get him back. That could be our guard duo for a little while at least. I guess probably not the whole rebuild because they'll be 30 plus by that point, but we'll see. But all right, that's all there is to do at the midseason, so let's hope our defense doesn't get better so we can tank and I can have an excuse to change the defensive playbook because I can already tell it's not going to be great, although hopefully I'm wrong. We'll see. All right, we end up going 6-11 in year 1. Not great, but I'm not super surprised. It actually looks like our defense got a lot better and our offense got a lot worse. We had the 2nd worst pass game in the league. Okay, Geno Smith wasn't horrible. I guess we just didn't pass much. I don't know. Ashton Jeanty, 1,100 yards as a rookie, though. We'll take that. Amari Cooper, also 1,100 yards. I didn't think he would be our #1 receiver. over Brock Bowers, but I guess. Only 500 for Jacoby Myers. I kind of wish we had a more balanced offense. I guess we are a little run heavy. I want to keep that for Ashton Genty, but I don't necessarily want to keep that for the others. I want to get a little more passing in here with these kind of receivers, but still overall not bad. Delmar Glaze, or DJ Glaze, allowed 15 sacks somehow, but Dylan Parham allowed 0. We'll take that. And let's see, Jermaine Pratt led the team in tackles. Malcolm Kuntz led the team in TFLs and sacks, 12.5 for Crosby, 7 for Tonka Hemingway as a rookie. I didn't expect that, but 6 for Kuntz, 5.5 for Wilson, and picks, not many, 2 for Pratt, Porter, and Harper, and that's it. I don't really think we're gonna have anyone for yearly awards. Maybe Offensive Rookie of the Year. Actually, we have a good chance of winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, but Mahomes wins MVP, big surprise. Amari Cooper at 6 for Offensive Player of the Year, but Offensive Rookie of the Year, Ashton Genty all the way down at 4 goes to Shedeur Sanders. I mean, he was good. I don't think I've ever seen him do well in this game though, so that's a new one. So kind of unlucky, but I think I would assume he already has a pretty good dev trait. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Tonka Hemingway all the way down at 8, Darian Porter down at 9. Surprisingly low. I know we weren't great, but I thought these guys would be ranked higher. I thought they did well, but whatever. But all right, let's get into the good part. Let's get into this first off season, and we'll definitely try to fix this offense. I was, planning on trying to fix the defense for obvious reasons, but somehow it did better than our offense. That makes me think we need to change the offensive playbook. I think we will, because I don't like how it's structured. I don't like how many different running backs are getting touches. I want it to be Ashton Genty, and I want our receivers to get used more. Is there a playbook that does that? Probably not. This game is weird. John Mechie had 1,200 yards and 19 touchdowns. I love this game. Nothing wrong with it. Dallas Goedert only had 390 yards, though. Okay, maybe we can't use this one, because that would be Brock Bowers. No, you know what? I will. We'll just make Brock Bowers the number one, or the slot receiver. That should make him our number one receiver. We'll see how this goes. Ooh, we had a Seahawks Super Bowl year 1, though. I'll take that. But all right, for re-signings, we'll keep Amari Cooper. He went up to superstar dev, now 32 years old, but I'll go neutral and I'll up the money. I don't feel great about it, but I mean, he played well, so he's worth it. 2 years, 33. That's not bad at all. He does take it. Jermaine Pratt led the team in tackles, but I guess he was pretty good overall. 2 picks, 3.5 sacks, 4 TFLs. He's 30, but I rarely re-sign 30-year-old players, but sure. Unless they are a good overall, which he isn't. Dylan Parham, oh yeah, he allowed 0 sacks. Must have won Best O-Lineman, we'll take that. He re-signs, but we still have 93 mil, and I don't know who I want back here necessarily. I think we're good on letting all these players go. I guess Daniel Carlson will keep, sure. But let's get into free agency and let's see what we can do. Ooh, I have a fun idea. Khalil Mack is available, and we just so happen to have a horrible defense. I mean, again, it somehow outplayed our offense, but it shouldn't have. Bring him back to the Raiders? Never mind, the 49ers want him. Okay, well, it was a nice thought while it lasted. Man, it's always kind of tough to sift through the leftovers in year 1 in free agency. There just really aren't a lot of great players that are below the age of 30. Could go for Reed Blankenship, I guess. Splitting up the White Devils or whatever their nicknames are for the Eagles. What's their nickname? Something weird. Why can't I remember it? Him and Cooper DeJean. What's the nickname? I don't know, whatever. We'll try to sign him. Looks like we do get the lead for him. I'm mostly just signing him because I want to sign someone. I don't know who else to get here, like Daniel Jones. Don't need a running back. Don't need a receiver. Could sign a lineman, but Taylor Moton just got extended by the Panthers. That's not in Madden yet. I think we'll just draft a tackle. So Reed Blankenship, I guess he's the only one. Let's see if he signs. He does. Okay, at least we did something. But all right, in the draft, we pick at number 8. Now, I may or may not have forgotten to set the draft classes to strong, so y'all are gonna have to live with this one not being a strong draft class, but that's fine. I think they're a little more realistic when they're normal. Just people cry in the comments when I have them as normal. If you can see through the transparency, it says Bryce Claiborne is a top 5 talent at corner, which at least on paper just so happens to be probably our biggest need. I don't know if he's gonna fall to us. If he doesn't, it's not the end of the world because we do have so many other needs, but I would like him. Not gonna trade up here for obvious obvious reasons. Let's see who's available at 8. Claiborne went at 6. That's tough. All right, let me get rid of the background. Hold on. All right, there we go. Trading one glitch for another. We can actually see the draft board now. We just can't see the stage or whatever. But I still think we're gonna go with the corner. I guess we could maybe wait though, because I mean, Will Nash looks good. Even Peter Joyner isn't bad. Maybe we should draft something else first. We do need a pass rusher. I don't really see one that's worth it though, so I'm gonna stay away from that. I don't think I'm gonna take a QB yet because the Raiders literally just extended Geno Smith, gonna wait a year or two. I might be boring. I might trade down this pick because I don't really see a great option. I kind of want to take Belton, but I don't want to pick him yet. Either Belton or Broughton. They look good. So let's trade down to like 15 or something. All right, we're picking up a second round pick to move down to 15 with the Bills. Now we'll take our corner. One of them did go. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot his name, but I'm fine with Broughton. He didn't look quite as good, but he is faster. Has elite speed, only running a 4.42. I mean, a 4.42 is pretty good, but whatever. We'll take him. Rank 17, got him at 15. Probably normal dev. Never mind, has hidden. We'll take that. But probably our worst performing position this past year was tackle. I just didn't really see a great option. I think eventually I'm either gonna go with Austin Clinton, who maybe doesn't have a great tackle build at 6'3", 344, but either him or Freddie Kinney. He looks decent. There's one draftable middle linebacker left, Clay Jones, first to second round talent, and that's it. Okay, guess we're not taking linebacker. Man, I realize this isn't gonna be a great draft, but I might reach on a pass rusher. We do need one. Never good to reach. It's always good to just trade down if you don't see a player you like, but at least Mark Godfrey's only 21. Couldn't bring Malcolm Kuntz back. Skip the combine and his pro day, must have been hurt. Yeah, C to F injury. I'm gonna take him though. He's not gonna be worth it, but it's a big need. Rank 68, that's about what I expected. Hidden dev though, we'll take that. All right, our second round pick. Another reach, I guess, technically here. Should I go with Hale or Bird? Who's younger? I guess Hale. We need a defensive tackle pretty desperately, at least on paper, so seems like an easy move. Looks good. Rank 45, not as good as I expected, but still pretty good. Oh, damn it. I was gonna do something interesting. I saw with our last pick that quarterback, that 20-year-old quarterback was still available. I guess I never mentioned him in the video, but I didn't notice him. I was gonna take him here if he was available, but I'll do the boring, maybe smart pick. Let's go with some linemen, whatever. Let's go Austin Clinton. He looks okay. Rank 31, we'll take that. Don't know what we're gonna do with him, but we'll figure it out eventually. And final pick I'm gonna show this year of this very up and down draft. Let's go Freddie Kinney out of Texas. Rank 35. I think we were perfect on hidden dev. We'll take that. Wow, this actually might be the worst looking player I've ever seen. Does he have a rating above F? What is he? He's a playmaker. Is he fast? I kind of want to take him. I'm not going to lie. I feel like he's going to be a surprisingly okay overall. I mean, not great, but like a 65 or something. Like at least draftable somehow. All of his ratings might be an F other than stamina. Like there is a chance. That's insane. I want to see what he is at the end of this draft. I'll try to remember. I probably won't, but I'll try to. But all right, here's how we did in the draft. It was okay for a normal draft class. Broughton's a 76. We're number 49 at corner. That's like some preseason type shit, but we'll leave it if you want. I'm trying to debate if it was worth it to trade down or not. Like we did get Hale, but I also drafted Trevor Sims later, who's better than Hale. So I guess what we should have done is stuck with this pick. Well, I guess Culver and Belton are only one overall higher, so it's fine. We did pretty good. You know what? I'm kind of liking normal draft classes, though. They feel like strong draft classes did last year. Like 480 pluses, that's even too much for real life, but let me know if y'all hate me for this, but I set it to strong for this next year for a few positions, but I'm just gonna go back to normal. I'm trying to think if there's any position I would want strong, but I think we'll leave it and we'll see. But let's get into year 2, and we should be better this year, I hope. But all right, here is a look at the team heading into year 2. Up to an 82 overall, gained 4, I guess. We'll take that. I like how the offense is looking at least. Kind of the same story as last year where our offense looks good on paper. Our defense, I don't want to talk about, but somehow our defense is going to outperform our offense because that always happens in Madden. Oh yeah, also with the offensive line, I forgot the Raiders are apparently going to start Jordan Meredith at center and Jackson Powers Johnson at guard. True rebuild changing mistake there, but I switched them. And I forgot we had Charles Grant, so I guess I'm going to start start him, and then these backup linemen will eventually start somewhere. It's always good to have good backup linemen, especially in Madden, because Charles Grant is probably going to allow 15 sacks for no reason in 7 games, because that makes sense. But yeah, the defense, if we have to talk about it, we at least have a few rookies starting. The CPU also picked another Jay Adams. He's a 65 overall, but he has hidden devs, so he's probably going to get playing time. But all right, let's get to the midseason point, and we should be decent, I would hope. But okay, at the midseason, we are 3-3. I guess technically better than last year because we've played 1 less game, but we'll take that. Geno Smith doing a little better this year, but sacked 14 times. Michael Mayer is our number 1 receiver. Okay, and it looks like the Charles Grant experiment isn't going to last very long. We'll try one of the other linemen we have, but everyone else is doing fine. And it looks like the defense is good again, so we'll leave it. So surprisingly, all we're going to do here is bench Charles Grant. I thought we were going to have to do a lot more. I guess we'll try Clinton at tackle because he's a higher overall than Kinney. Definitely not a great build for tackle, but we'll see. But all right, who are we going to have to re-sign this year? Okay, Jeremy Chin, who isn't interested. Thomas Harper, Brian Potter, a UDFA I signed. Michael Mayer, our number 1 receiver for some reason. Tyree Wilson, we'll see. He was all right last year. Isaiah Pull-Him-Out, I know Raiders fans like him a lot, but not interested. I don't think he's really going to develop here. We'll re-sign Thomas Harper. Also, I realized I re-signed Sincere McCormick, and the Raiders cut him yesterday, so whatever. I was recording that on cut day, so I figured something like that was going to happen. And, you know, in this world, we'll re-sign Michael Mayer. Probably won't be brought back by the Raiders, but he's doing all right. He doesn't re-sign. Okay, cool. Never mind. My fault. But all right, that's all there is to do here. We could end up being decent. Our numbers are pretty good, especially on defense. I feel like we'll end up 8-9, 9-8. I feel like anytime I try to predict the record, it goes horribly wrong, but we'll see what happens. Okay, no, that was a good call. We end up going 8-9 in year 2. Better than last year, we'll take it. Geno was mid. I mean, he only threw 4 picks, but only threw 19 touchdown passes. We still didn't pass much. Did I change the offensive playbook or not? Sometimes it doesn't feel like I did, but he was all right for the limited amount of times he got to throw. Still sacked 48 times somehow. But Ashton Genty was very good. We had 3 receivers get 700 yards. Not great. I wish we had more. Mayer with 500. This feels like we didn't change the offensive playbook. But let's see. The blocking for Madden, this wasn't horrible. Dylan Parham was awful, but the rest of the line, at least by Madden standards, was fine. And then Broughton led the team in tackles with 112 as a rookie. I always say this, but not great if your corner is leading your team in tackles. 10 TFLs for Crosby, though. 11.5 sacks. 6 for Hale and Godfrey, but that's about it. That's not great. And then 3 picks for Porter, 2 for Pratt, Broughton, and Potter, and 1 for Pull-Him-Out. But Josh Allen wins MVP. We have a rookie for the Rams up at number 6. Glad we're not in the NFC. God, Gabe Davis. I don't know the last rebuild where the Bengals haven't signed him, and he hasn't been up there for Offensive Player of the Year like damn near every season. I don't know why, but Madden just loves him. Also, Nick Nash up there. Bless you, do we have anyone for any award? I didn't see a single player. No Crosby for Defensive Player of the Year at all. I guess the best chance we have is the corner that got 112 tackles. Is he up there for Defensive Rookie of the Year? I would guess like 3, 2. Okay. Eric Corner wins it for the Bengals. Bless you. Hale at 4, Godfrey at 5, Potter at 8. Would have been nice, but oh well. Let's check out our dev traits. Did we get any good ones? Let's see. Clinton only has star. I was hoping he could have superstar because he developed a lot in the preseason, but oh well. Let's see. Godfrey only star. Both. Okay, well, I guess not. Oh no, Broughton has superstar. Okay, we'll take that. At least we have one. It doesn't look like he gained it at any point unless it was the preseason. I don't know, but sounds good. But all right, for re-signings, already have the 5th-year option for Brock Bowers. I'm never ready for 5th-year options. I don't know why they always just feel early to me. Maybe I'm just weird. I don't know. But Brian Potter, I guess we'll re-sign. He was fine. Not going to be a make or break re-signing, but he was fine. Mayer, I mean, if he takes neutral, fine, but I don't want to pay him too much. Like, he played and he was okay. He takes it. Let's see. Kenny Pickett, I'm probably good. I might be the only Kenny Pickett truther left on Earth, but barely. Let's see. Everyone else, I think we're fine to let go. It's just depth. Pull-Him-Out did get star dev, but he's still not interested and still 28 years old in Madden, so I'm good. But all right, we have 150 mil for free agency. We should be able to do something, assuming they're, you know, any decent players. Oh, I didn't even think about that, but Geno Smith retired. I was gonna see if we could release him and save a bunch of money, but we don't even get that choice. We have to get a new quarterback now, unless we want to start Cam Miller. I mean, he looked good in the preseason. I thought he was good at North Dakota State, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know if I would bank on that as a UDFA. Or did he might have been drafted. Yeah, because I think they drafted him and Malott or whatever. And Amari Cooper retired. But I mean, we still have Jack Besh. I'm a big Dante Thornton believer, so I'm excited to start him. Not a great receiver trio at this point, but we might add another. But in free agency, we could create a nasty pass rush duo. Y'all know I like to do this, or I at least like to try to create a nasty pass rush duo, but the players always seem to reject me. Why'd I just go to check his stats twice? Am I okay? I don't know. But I mean, Aiden Hutchinson, that wouldn't be a bad signing. We can get the lead for him. There's also Kyle Hamilton. Are we already about to go super unrealistic in the second offseason? I mean, it's hard to say free agency's unrealistic. Like, these guys are interested, so I don't see why we wouldn't go for him. Zay Flowers, we need a receiver. The Rams also want him. Well, guess what? I really want him. I'll go very player friendly. We're gonna be so broke in like 3 years. I'm gonna regret this, but whatever. I won't regret it if we win a Super Bowl, that's for sure. Trenton Simpson, I did scout a lot of linebackers, so I'll probably pass. But all right, I think that's all we're gonna do. I don't really see anyone else I want. I feel like I signed Kyle Hamilton a lot in rebuilds, maybe too much, but whatever, who cares? Aiden Hutchinson, Kyle Hamilton, Zay Flowers. If we get all three, I think we'll at least get these two, I would guess, but can we get all three? Ooh, okay, Aiden Hutchinson doesn't sign yet. We do get Kyle Hamilton and Zay Flowers, both Ravens. That's huge. Oh, I should have looked at QBs, but I don't normally like signing QBs in free agency, so I mean, we could sign Anthony Richardson, go for a little bit of a reclamation project. You know, actually, let me look. How's the QB class? It doesn't look great. You know what? We'll think about Donnie Rudd. That sounds like a, I don't even want to say what, but I would go 2 years. 31's a little steep, but I think that's fine. That would be fun. We still might draft a QB. Obviously, we'll see how good Donnie Rudd is, but Aiden Hutchinson and Anthony Richardson, obviously I care about one of these a little more than the other, but they both sign. We do get both. What a free agent class. And it wasn't even that bad. I mean, we spent $100 million a year total for these players, or at least $100 million for this year. We'll take that. Oh, great. The Browns signed Malachi Corley. I already got Malachi Corley and Jamari Thrash mixed up for some reason in my head. Now that's going to be even harder. Awesome. But all right, in the draft, the Saints have the #1 pick again. Not going great for them. Okay, I saw something that said that Madden's actually going to fix this glitch. Thank the Lord. I can't keep doing this. They're also eventually going to fix the defensive tackle, nose tackle glitch where they're like 5 overall higher than they should be. They're like 699 overalls or something. But all right, in the draft, I haven't looked. Oh, I guess he's already on the board. I was going to say I haven't looked at the QB yet, but he's a 1st to 2nd round talent. Is that worth it? I don't know. He looks fine. I would have guessed 2nd to 3rd, honestly. His ratings don't look that good unless he has like great or elite throw power. Oh, he has elite throw power. Okay, that'll do it. You know, he might not be bad, actually. We'll see. Because, like, honestly, we don't have that many desperate needs anymore. Linebacker on paper is still pretty terrible, but I don't see an amazing one. I always like to take him, like, day 3, or late day 2, early day 3, like round 3, 4, somewhere around there. So we'll probably take, like, Mikkel in round 3 or something, if he's still there. If he's not, I don't know how much overall matters for linebackers in simulation, so we'll see. But at pick 12, Donnie Rudd is the #1 player on the board. I mean, not necessarily in terms of talent, but projected. I did focus scout Alan Miller. Ooh, he has some pretty bad ratings. I'm surprised he's even a 1st-round talent. Mario, whatever that last name is, he looks good at center. Might take him round 2 if he's still there. I think we are going to go with the QB, though. I mean, the thought of trying to revive Anthony Richardson's career was fun for a second. There are some good-looking safeties, but we really don't need a safety. Even a 3rd one, we're fine. Let's go Donnie Rudd, 5'11", out of Kansas State. If this isn't normal dev, I'm going to be shocked. It might not be. Ranked 49. Does have hidden somehow. Not a great... I thought he would even be ranked a little higher, I'm not going to lie. This has been some questionable drafting. I've been drafting too much for need, but I don't know, man. But all right, round 2. Is the guard still here? No. Is the center here? No. Is there anyone good left at all? Okay, I mean, Paul Barkley at safety still here. Again, if there's anything we don't need, it's probably either safety or running back. But even then, we need a 2nd running back, kind kinda. Paul Barkley does look kind of good, though. He could be our slot corner, and then we go with a linebacker round 3. Maybe Emmett Gregory. I kind of like that. I think that's what we're gonna do. Not like insane value or anything, but gotta do what we gotta do. Let's go Paul Barkley, maybe slot corner. We'll move someone to slot corner. Rank 7, got him at 44. That makes up for the last pick. Normal dev, though. All right. I should have figured. I should have known. But all right, round 3. Linebacker, please still be here. Okay, maybe we won't go linebacker. Fun. We might need to trade for one. Our linebackers are brutal on paper. I rarely trade for players unless it's a receiver or an edge rusher, but we might need to. Let's see. Devin Duckworth looks decent at receiver. We don't really need a receiver, but I mean, I'm just looking for decent players at this point. Sure. He probably rank 100. No, rank 24. Okay. I don't know why I guessed 100. Only normal dev, but he's a slot receiver. That's fine. You know what? We made up for it with those last 2 picks. We did okay. But all right, here's how we did in the draft. It was, you know, pretty good. At least Donnie Rudd has hidden dev. If he didn't, I would maybe think about starting Anthony Richardson, but gotta start him because he's only 21. I'm gonna change his face. I rarely do this, but I can't keep looking at that. I'm sorry. Sure, we'll go that one. I don't know. But yeah, he's decent. Paul Barkley, I wish these 2 had hidden dev, or at least one of them, but they're good overall players. Top 10 talent, first round talent. Just no dev trait, but they should still be decent. And then I took a couple linebackers, and the CPU actually picked a decent receiver. He is a slot receiver, so probably normal. Yeah, he does have normal. But I mean, we're like 6 deep with decent receivers now. Went from maybe a weakness at the start of the offseason to definitely a strength at the end. But let's get into year 3, and we should be pretty good this year, I would hope. I mean, it's hard to say with a rookie QB, but I would hope. But all right, here's how we're looking heading into year 3. Up to an 84, not bad. I'll check where that ranks. I doubt it's close to the highest, but it's definitely not the worst. I saw the Panthers were like an 82 or something. I'm honestly surprised we're not even a little higher of an overall. This team seems pretty good. I guess just linebacker overall drags us down a ton probably, and having a 75 overall QB. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but we should develop a lot, I would hope. I like how the O-line's looking. We should have a better passing offense than last year. I don't know. We just don't throw much, but hopefully we throw more this year. I also brought in Jordan Mason. I don't normally mention like RB2s that I sign, but because we do use the RB2 here a decent bit, I thought it was worth mentioning. But yeah, now with Zay Flowers, this offense should be pretty good. And now with, you know, Aiden Hutchinson and Kyle Hamilton, this defense should be maybe the best in the league. I guess it's only an 81 overall, but I mean, it was already like 8th last year or something, so it should be even better, I would hope. But all right, let's get to the midseason point once again, and we will see how we do. Okay, we're 3-4 at the midseason. That's about what I expected. I didn't want to say it, but that's about what I expected. Donnie Rudd, not great so far. Our worst lineman so far is our highest overall lineman, of course. Gotta love Madden. Our defense is still pretty good this year, though. Allowed a lot of passing yards, but not points, so we'll take that. Are we just gonna be 3 wins at the midseason every single season? Maybe. But let's see. For re-signings, we don't have crazy ones. Jackson Powers-Johnson, want him back, but other than him, it's mostly just depth. There's Jordan Meredith. I guess he's been pretty good, right? If I haven't noticed how a lineman has been doing, that's probably good. Yeah, he's been doing pretty good, for Madden at least. We'll re-sign Powers-Johnson, though, 4 years, almost 80 mil. That's more than I expected, but sure. And then for Jordan Meredith, we'll see at the end of the year. He's going to be 30. We'll see how he does. But very short mid-season again. That's all we really have to do. Just gotta hope that Rudd plays better, and that's all we can really do. Man, we still haven't had a winning record. We end up going 7-10. That's unlucky. It looks like we finished 12th for both offense and defense, but it looks like Donnie Rudd wasn't horrible as a rookie. 25 touchdowns, 13 picks. Definitely played better than he was at the midseason. Ashton Genty, very good year, 1,200 yards. I wish, you know, more of the carries went to him, but that's fine. But Brock Bowers, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, close to 800 for Myers and Flowers. Man, I'm starting to wonder if this offense is actually good for us. I thought it would look a little different, I'm not gonna lie. I guess the Eagles had pretty similar numbers this year too. I just thought our numbers would look more like that first Eagles season did. We'll see. We'll give it next year, but if it's like not amazing again, we'll probably change it again. I don't know what we'll change to, but something. But it looks like the blocking was the best it's been. Pratt led the team in tackles, 12 TFLs for Hutchinson led the team in sacks, 21 for Max Crosby, 17.5 for Aiden Hutchinson, 6.5 for Hale, 5.5 for Godfrey. 3. How did we go 7 and 10 with these sack numbers? But 2 picks for Pratt and Porter and then 1 for 4 players. Josh Allen wins another MVP. Let's see, Crosby 2, Hutchinson 3 for Defensive Player of the Year. That's tough. I think a rookie won Offensive Player of the Year too, Ezekiel Harper for the Dolphins. That's something. And they won Defensive Rookie of the Year. But let's see, Daniels at 5, Barkley at 6 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's it. I feel like we gotta do something. I just don't know what. Everyone on our team is doing well for what they are. Normally it's blatantly obvious what the issue is, but I don't know. Like I said, we'll give the playbooks another year, but if we're mid again, we'll see. Oh yeah, and I realized I forgot to check where we rank for overall. We're up there. The highest is an 88. There are a couple at an 88 and we're at an 86, so it's not bad. But let's hope we're like tied for first by the end of this offseason. But let's see, we have the 5th year option for Ashton Genty. We'll pick that up, and then we will re-sign Jordan Meredith for like another year or 2. We'll see when he retires, but 2 years, 15, he takes it. I don't know why, but I assumed he was 30 in real life, so it's kind of surprising to me he's only 30 now. I mean, like, can you blame me? I don't know. Doesn't exactly look 26 or whatever he is. But in free agency, the 2 best players are at positions we signed last year. Xavier McKinney and Trey Hendrickson. There's Zach Sealer, Zach Bond. That might be kind of nice. I don't know how he does in Madden. Doesn't look like he does too insanely well, but still would probably be an upgrade over what we have. So sure, assuming we can get him. We don't have a crazy amount of cap space anymore though. We got to start being careful. So that might be our only signing this year. He doesn't even sign with us though, even though we had the lead. He goes to the Bucks. There isn't really another linebacker I would want. I mean, Trevin Wallace maybe, but we're probably going to draft some, like I was saying. That's like our only need, on paper at least. We'll sign Trevin Wallace though. I mean, why not? If we can get him, of course. We might be able to. We'll see. We don't get him. He goes to the Ravens. Man, I tried. We had the lead for Zach Bond, just didn't want to sign with us. That's tough. But, I mean, we'll still draft some linebackers, so it'll be fine, right? But, all right, this year in the draft, we pick at 10. Still can't see the background, of course. But I really don't know what to do this year. There is a really good guard. He might have to be the pick. We would probably trade down, but Seth Shelley is good. Unfortunately, the linebackers aren't great, though. There are 2 second to third round talents, but that's it. Those are the best ones. I don't know why it's been so hard for us to have linebackers. It's not usually an issue in rebuilds, I do, but it has been here for some reason. But let's get to 10 and we'll trade down to like 18 or something. All right, we're gonna pick up a second from the Cowboys to move down to 18. And here we'll go with Seth Shelley out of Iowa State. Looks really good, elite strength. That's why I focus scouted him. Pretty easy decision there. Rank 2, got him at 18. Not that O-line is like a massive need for us anymore, but I mean, it kind of is with how little we pass, still allowing at best like 40 sacks a year. I mean, every O-line is horrible in this year's game for some reason, but ours has been just especially horrible, even though it hasn't allowed many total sacks. Like, how do you get O-lines like this? Kenny Pickett was the starter for the Jets. What are they doing? I don't know. I guess we do pass a decent bit, actually. I didn't realize it said we had 484 attempts. Some teams only pass like 300 and something. So I don't know, maybe our line isn't that bad compared to some others. But anyway, in round 2, here I guess we'll go with the linebacker. Never mind, they're both gone. All right, cool. We'll go Holcomb with our later second round pick. Or is he even worth picking? We'll just trade for one at the start of next year. I don't want to reach on another one. But I mean, if I don't take a linebacker, I don't really know what I want because we're kind of good at every other position. I focus scouted to defensive tackle. Is he good? Yeah, first round talent. Not going to take him yet, but is good. Man, since we run the ball so much, I might take a good number 2 running back. If there is one, which I don't know if there is. Gates looks okay. I would go with like a depth corner, but I don't see a good one. We're good on paper at like every position other than linebacker. Just give me Holcomb. I don't even see a great value pick. We'll just go Holcomb. He's fine. Ranked 92, got him at 42. Normal dev. All right, man. Let's go with Oscar Sierra, maybe. He looks decent. We really don't need a safety, though. Let's go with the running back. We'll take one of them. We'll go Gates. Ranked 28, he's fine. Hidden dev, sure. And now we'll go with Bautista. Ranked 13, got him at 74. Not that it's hard to draft defensive tackles this year in Madden, but still a good pick. But all right, here is how we did. Shelley is an 82 overall. I don't even know if he's gonna start as a rookie, though. He'll be one of the, usual fill-in linemen when someone underperforms. I guess we haven't had too bad of underperformances from our linemen, but still, can't be too sure. Man, the CPU really sucks at picking. I guess it picked one good receiver, but Bautista and Gates are pretty good. Holcomb, I don't want to talk about it, but still haven't drafted the best player in any draft yet. There was an 85 85 overall guard. I looked at him, but I never trust the pass protectors for some reason. I guess I should. I always think they're going to be pretty good, but not as good as the ones with elite strength. Should have taken him apparently, but we still got a good one, so whatever. But okay, here is a look at the team heading into year 4. We're looking legitimately good now, up to an 86 heading into the season. I'll try to remember to check where that ranks in a second, because I think that, I mean, we stayed the same overall, but usually it's a good thing if you don't drop from the end of a year to the start of the year. So I think we might have climbed the rankings a little bit. Oh god, I need to rearrange the linebacker depth chart a little bit. I'm still debating on whether I should trade for one or not. Like, if it actually matters, I don't know. Let me see. There's Barrett Carter. He's developed. There isn't really a great one on the trade block. Maybe everyone's struggling at linebacker. Yeah, I don't really see a great option for us to trade for that would actually be available. Willie Gay gained X Factor here. Okay, sure. I guess we'll just leave it again, because I mean, it's been fine. Okay, I guess we'll start Holcomb and Daniels. I think those are our two best options. But other than that, the defense is pretty much the same as last year. But all right, let's get into the season. Oh yeah, gotta check where we rank for overall. Keep forgetting. Okay, the Ravens are an 87. I see they're higher. And the Giants. Eagles are an 88. So it looks like we're still around the same range-ish. Like, good, not quite great yet, but we're getting there. This has been harder than I expected. But let's get to the midseason point, and if the offense isn't that good at the midseason, I'm definitely going to change the playbook again. I hate how much playbooks matter, but they do. Okay, finally, we are 5-2 at the midseason. We have our first winning record at the midseason. We'll take that. We have the second best offense in the league this year. Finally doing well. Defense is pretty good. We'll take that. Now, we are good, but I still got to check. Is there anyone we need to bench? Rudd sacked 16 times. Not great. Okay, Dylan Parham has allowed 8 sacks. I mean, that's a pretty easy decision there. Seth Shelley, welcome to the starting lineup. I mean, we do also have Kinney we can bring in at some point if someone else sucks. I keep forgetting about him, but I mean, I'm gonna keep linebacker as our focus position still. We still need one, unless Holcomb wins Defensive Rookie of the Year or something. That would be nice, but I won't bank on that. But for re-signings, ooh, bad year to play poorly for Dylan Parham, but Brock Bowers, Dylan Parham, Dante Thornton, who is a starter now over Jack Besh. He developed past him for some reason. Darian Porter, Jack Besh, of course. Jacoby Myers, we probably won't bring back because he is going to be 32. Colton Miller, he is horrific in Madden, but I kind of feel like I have to re-sign him. He hasn't been that bad here by Madden standards, though. Just, I'm speaking generally, he's horrible in Madden. But Bowers, we'll go 4 years, 85. He takes it. Thornton will re-sign, sure. We'll go 2 years, 13. He takes it. That's cheap. Porter, sure, he's been good. 2 years, 12.6. He takes it. Besh, how much cap do we have? 55. We'll see at the end of the year. But Colton Miller will definitely bring back 1 year, 30. He takes it. Hopefully he doesn't retire. Ooh, that would be bad. I shouldn't even said that. And into the final year with a new left tackle in Madden? No thanks. In real life, it's less scary than in Madden. But all right, that's all for re-signings. That's all for the midseason. So let's get to the end of the year and we'll see how we end up doing. Oh my God, I knew it. We are changing the offensive playbook. Absolutely. I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, we're still going to somehow manage to find a way to finish 8-9 or 9-8. I thought we would be 9-8 and miss the playoffs, but we go 8-9 after being 5-2 at the midseason. Rudd sacked 42 times. Yeah, we're changing the offensive playbook. Let's see. Shelley did better than Parham by a little bit. Holcomb had a good rookie year. Man, we're heading into year 5 without making the playoffs a single time so far. Max Crosby had 4.5 sacks. Oh, you know what? 2028. Year 4 in simulation in Madden is always cursed. I don't know why. Usually you start bad though and end up doing a little better. This was kind of the opposite, but yeah, we're changing the offensive playbook, clearly. Should I just go Bengals? It's so pass heavy though, and I want to use Ashton Genty. I think we need it though. Like, I don't think we have a choice. I think easily our biggest issue has been lack of a passing game. Our defense has been amazing. I gotta remember that. Raiders defensive playbook may be good. I also saw someone mention Bucks, which was like the best in Madden 23 or something. So I guess maybe that's back. I don't know. But we'll try Bengals. It's usually good, but it's almost too pass heavy. So we'll see. Kind of sad to be heading into the final year without making the playoffs, but we definitely deserve to make them so far. We had a Falcons-Patriots Super Bowl rematch. The Falcons get revenge. That's a new one. But let's see. 5th year option for Broughton. I mean, that doesn't really matter. We're not going to get to that point anyway, but sure. Besh, not super interested. I think we'll let him go. Grant, Rogers. Harper's been pretty good. Everyone else, though, I do think we're going to let let go. So let's get into free agency. We're gonna need a new number 2 receiver, and we still probably need a linebacker. I never even checked the yearly awards, I realized. Doesn't look like Holcomb won Rookie of the Year, unfortunately. Not that that's that much of a surprise. I don't think we gained a single dev trait. At least Shelley has Superstar, but he had that. This has been tough. Christian Wilkins is here. Do we bring him back? Pat Bryant, steal from a division rival. He always develops really well in Madden. I might bring him in. I mean, it looks like he's the best receiver available. Sure. We don't have that much cap space, but I don't think we've restructured deals a single time. So let's do that, and we'll see how much money we end up with. Might be a pretty good amount. Okay, we're now back up to 50 mil. We'll take that. I don't even know what we can do with this money, though. Like, our roster's pretty good. Is there a linebacker? Not really. Could go for Chris Paul Jr. He developed here. The Seahawks signed him today. I'm happy about that. Man, I almost feel like the best option is Christian Wilkins. Our D-line doesn't have like any, or at least our defensive tackles, we don't have any insane players there. I'm thinking about it, because like, what else am I going to spend this money on? Sure, let's bring Christian Wilkins back. We'll say we patch things up, I guess. I don't know. And let's sign like a good RB2. I can't remember. Does Chuba Hubbard do well in this game? I feel like he does well sometimes. I guess we did just draft a running back, but like, I'd like one who actually plays better. Usually the real life running backs do better than the generated ones. I mean, Gates wasn't bad. I guess our offense will look different too, so running back 2 isn't going to be an issue, but whatever, we'll sign him anyway. Is there any other big need I'm forgetting about? I just want to make sure. No, receiver, we're going for one. We have enough O-line depth, it looks like. We're going for a linebacker. I think we're good. So yeah, Wilkins, Bryant, Hubbard, and Paul. Let's see if we can sign them. All 4 do sign, and we get all 4. This team is starting to look nice. I don't have the depth chart fully laid out, like tackle and all that, but at an 89, let's see, we are currently, I guess the Bengals are an 88 and the Chiefs, but we are the highest overall team in the league. Finally, it took us a while, but we eventually got there. But that doesn't really matter if we don't win this team a Super Bowl, and we have not made the playoffs a single time yet. So let's get to the draft, and I've had a hard time knowing what position to draft this whole rebuild. I'm especially gonna have a problem this year because we don't really need a whole lot anymore. I guess a linebacker and like maybe a corner, I guess, but we're pretty good at corner. Like, what's Barkley rank? Our slot corner. He's number 55 for corners, so that's like lower 2, and he's our number 3, so that's fine. But we still might draft one, we'll see. But all right, in our final, is this our final draft? Wait, yeah, our final draft. I keep forgetting what year it is, I don't know why. Even more than I usually do. But the Saints have the number 1 pick again, big shocker. They've been the number 1 pick 3 out of 4 drafts. Oh, this this guard looks so good. Top 5 talent, focus scouted him. Let me see, is there a pass protector that looks better again? I mean, ooh, well, there is a pass protector, but day 3 projection. Okay, I don't think so this year. But also focus scouted Weiss, he's pretty good, and a linebacker. I think it was Werner. Yeah, he's good. First round talent. Ooh, there are some players this year. I'm thinking about trading up though for Flowers if we need. We probably need to. I don't know. We really don't need another lineman. We have enough, but I don't know what else I would do with this pick. So maybe I think we'll just stick and pick actually. If he gets picked, it's not the end of the world. We pick at 13, so I can almost guarantee he's gone. Never mind. The one time a top 5 talent doesn't go earlier than they're projected is when I say he's going to, of course. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty easy pick. I mean, is it a need? Not at all, but is he good? Yes. I would guess 2 or 3. 2 again. We'll take that. Looks really similar to the guard we picked last year. But all right, round 2. This is where we're going to go with a linebacker. I'm guessing the good one's gone. He is, but there are a couple 1st to 2nd round talents. That's fine. We'll go with Trey Reed. Sean Nelson does look pretty good too, though. I almost wonder if he's better. I guess Reed is a year younger, though. Who's projected to go first? Nelson 62, Reed 73. I'll go Reed. Rank 30, hidden dev. Okay, that was probably a good call. But all right, round 3, possibly the last pick I'm going to show for this rebuild. There is another good linebacker. I mean, is this also a no-brainer? I think so. We still need linebacker, at least depth. Is there a good corner left? Let me check that too. Not really. No. Okay, whatever. Let's go D'Angelo Blake out of Penn State as our last pick. Rank 35, only normal dev, but he's good. We'll take it. But all right, here is how we did in our final draft. Flowers is an 83, very good player. Reed's a 75, and Blake's a 74. The CPU picked 2 more receivers. I feel like it's picked at least 1 receiver every year, but I guess we kind of need them now. because we lost a few. There was a really good tight end. This defensive tackle, I figured he was going to be the best. He looked insane. But we've had a couple good drafts in a row now. Really good. I mean, we got the number 2 player, number 30, 35 with our 3 picks this year. I'd say that's pretty good. But all right, here is a look at the team heading into the final year. We're up to a 90 overall. If this team isn't good, then I feel like there is nothing I can do. Legitimately. We have a 92 offense, finally a decent overall defense, 88. We finally got decent linebackers, better at least. Reed should develop too with hidden dev as a rookie at only 21 years old. I don't know if this team's gonna develop a whole lot though, other than him. Like, I guess Broughton's still pretty young. A couple of our D linemen are still young, but we're probably only gonna end up as a 91 overall, maybe a 92, we'll see. But we have good O-line depth now, especially at guard, or I guess really only at guard, but really good backup guards. Great receivers now, at least our top 2. Let me see, what's Zay Flowers ranked? Is he a good 1 at this point, or is he like mid as a number 1 receiver? Okay, ranked 22. That's not amazing as a number 1, but whatever, good enough. I think Brock Bowers is gonna get a lot more receptions this year. I know I've said this a million times, but I wish we could use both Bowers and Genty a lot, but I just don't know a playbook that runs the ball a lot and throws to the tight end a lot. Maybe I could find one if I really looked, but I don't know. This should work. But all right, let's get straight to the end of the final season, and we will see how we end up doing. I'll get to the mid-season to make sure we don't massively underperform, which we might, but if we do, I'll try to fix it. Okay, here we are at the end of year number 5. Had to do some things at the mid-season, but we got here. And super quick, before I show how we did in the final year, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like. If you've enjoyed, be sure to subscribe, because if you like rebuilds, that's literally all I do. And if you enjoyed this video, this is what all of them are like. You can be one of the first 100,000 subscribers, I guess, for when we inevitably hit 10 million, definitely. And also, question of the day. I've been forgetting to do these, but I have a fun one today. I feel like I've asked this before. I feel like I asked this before and I gave like the wrong answer on accident, or I didn't say what I meant to say, but let me know down in the comments, who is the most random niche NFL player you can name? Can be like a current weird one, or like an oldish one, or a very old one if you're like 50 or something. I don't know. I feel like people get pretentious with it and you have to name a practice squad player from 50 years ago or else it's not niche enough. But I'm gonna say shout out Eric Pinkins, the like backup linebacker for the Seahawks, and Mike Morgan. That guy was good. But yeah, give me a weird poll in the comments. But anyway, I guess it was a good call at the start of the year. We didn't go up in overall at all. I thought we would go up at least 1, but we stay as a 90. But in the final year, we do finally make the playoffs, going 10-7. We were 3-4 again at the mid-season. It wasn't going great. We started out 1-2, lost a couple in a row. It wasn't, I guess we were 3-5 at one point, but thankfully won 3 in a row a couple times, and we somehow made the playoffs. But let's see, Donnie Rudd, 5,700 yards, the most passing yards we've had in a year by like 2,000. 39 touchdowns, a lot of picks, but overall was pretty good. Ashton Genty, this is the only reason I don't like this offense, is because barely any rushing, but 1,700 yards for Zay Flowers, 1,400 for Bowers, 1,300 for Pat Bryant. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. Okay, Colin Miller wasn't great, but I benched Clinton at the midseason for Flowers, and that worked out, and I benched Shelley at the midseason for Kinney. I guess that worked out. They played about the same, about a sack every 100 snaps. Colton Miller was horrible this year, but like I don't think we have another option there. We'll just leave it. But Holcomb led the team in tackles. I didn't know he was going to play that much, but all right. 12 TFLs for Holcomb led the team, and sacks 16 for Crosby, 14 for Hutchinson, 9 for Wilkins. Glad we brought him back. And picks, not a whole lot, but 2 for Barkley and Hamilton, and then 1 for 3 players. I gotta remember the Raiders defensive playbook. It's been pretty good. This year it wasn't great. I guess we were 3rd for defensive yards, but I think we were like 13th for points or something. I don't know. But John Collins for the Jets wins MVP. Okay. Finally moved off of the Justin Fields and Kenny Pickett's of the world. Took him a while. I mean, I guess they tried Aaron Rodgers, but let's ignore that. Max Crosby at number 3 for defensive player of the year. Any other Raiders for anything? Reed 3 for defensive rookie of the year. That's it. But finally, we are in the playoffs. I'm surprised we weren't better, allowing the 3rd least amount of yards and putting up the most yards and the most points, but at least we're here. The fans hate Pete Carroll, apparently. You know what? I guess we did miss the playoffs 4 years in a row, so that's fair. Or more, definitely more in total, but 4 for Pete. But we're finally here. Now, this is going to be our last shot at a Super Bowl. Still no playoff wins, obviously, but let's hope we can get our first last year. Either we beat the Ravens or this is the end of the rebuild. We do have 3 overall on the Ravens, so, you know, theoretically we should be able to win this game, but let's simulate this out. Can we go into Baltimore and take down the Ravens for our first playoff win, or is this gonna be it? We lose 35-20. I love this game.